Inhale, lift the hands and the feet and the thighs off the mat. Shift forward, bend at the elbow, chaturanga. Extend your right leg off the left side of your mat. Hey, thank you for joining me and welcome to episode 3 of Yoga for Men. If you would like to watch the extended version of this class, then you can do so by checking the links in the description below. When you're ready, let's meet in a comfortable seated position with our eyes closed. Lengthen out through the spine here. Relax the shoulders away from the ears and lower the chin. Let's take a couple moments here to settle onto our mat and set an intention for class. Your intention may be physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual in nature. Blink open the eyes and meet me in a tabletop position. In your tabletop, stack your shoulders above your wrists, your hips above your knees, and tuck your toes under. Let's do a quick wrist warm up here. So shift forward and back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now point your fingertips to the long edge of your mat. Shift forward and back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now point the fingertips towards the knees. Shift forward and back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Come onto the heels. Shake out the hands. And come back to the neutral table. Let's flow through a couple rounds of dynamic cat and cow here. So inhale as you lower the tummy, gaze forward, shift the hips back. Exhale, round the upper back, tuck your chin to your chest and shift your hips forward. Inhale. Tummy comes towards the mat, gaze forward, hips go towards the heels. Exhale, shift the hips forward, round the upper back, tuck the chin to your chest. Do a couple more on your own. Let's meet back in a neutral table, then extend the legs straight out behind you for a high plank. In your high plank, evenly distribute your hands or your weight throughout your hands. Rotate the upper arms so the biceps face the front of the mat and push the mat away from you to round into your upper back. Take a deep inhale as you shift forward. Exhale as you lower yourself down onto your tummy. Untuck the toes. Inhale, lift the hands and the feet and the thighs off the mat for locust. Exhale, hands and feet come back down to the mat. Press yourself back up into a high plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower yourself down onto your tummy. Untuck the toes. Inhale, come into locust. Feel the squeeze in the back line of the body. Exhale, hands and feet back down into the mat. And press yourself back to a high plank. Last one. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower yourself onto your tummy. Untuck the toes. Inhale as you come into a locust. Exhale, hands and feet come back down into the mat. Press yourself back up into a high plank. And then send the hips up and back for a downward dog. Let's take a few moments here to feel into this downward dog. You can also pedal out the heels if you like, or shift the hips left and right, or anything else that the body needs. Let's meet back in a static dog, and then lower the elbows or the forearms down onto the mat for dolphin pose. In dolphin, press the mat away from you, engage the quads, and lower the heels down towards the mat. Of course, it's perfectly fine if they don't touch. Press yourself back up into a down dog, and then inhale as you reach the right leg straight up and back for three-legged dog. Bend at the right knee, stack the right hip over the left. And then lower the right foot outside the left leg. And come into a wild thing. Press the mat away from you with your left hand. Reach the right arm towards the front right corner of your mat and gaze at the right hand. Bring your right hand onto your mat. Extend your right leg off the left side of your mat and come into a starfish. Again, press the mat away from you with your right hand and gaze at your left. Bring your left hand back down onto the mat and reach the right leg straight up and back for a three-legged dog. Let's hold here for 5 slow, deep breaths. On your next exhale, right hand comes between the hands, lower the left heel. Inhale, reach the arms up and over the head for warrior one. In your warrior one, stack your right knee over your right heel. Press down into the outside edge of your back foot and gaze at your hands. On your next inhale, come into a warrior two. On your next inhale, interlace your hands behind your back. Exhale, fold inside the right leg and lift the arms up and over the head for humble warrior. On your next inhale, release, come back to warrior two. Windmill your hands down onto the mat. Extend the right leg back, let it hover. Let's do a one-legged chaturanga here. Shift forward, bend at the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, come into an up dog. Exhale, send the hips up and back for down dog. Let's lower the forearms back down into the mat. And take 5 slow deep breaths here. In and out through the nose. Again, you're welcome to close down your eyes to go deeper into your meditation. Press yourself back up into a down dog and inhale as you reach your left leg up and back for a three-legged dog. Bend at the left knee, stack the left hip over the right. And then lower the left foot outside the right. Reach the arm towards the left front corner of your mat for Wild Thing. On your next exhale, bring your left hand down onto the mat. Extend your left leg off your right edge of your mat. Inhale, reach the right arm straight up and over the head for starfish. Let's hold here for a couple of breaths. Bring your right hand back down into the mat and come back to a three-legged dog. Let's hold here for 5 slow, deep breaths. Keep pressing the mat away from you. Keep the right thigh engaged and keep lowering the right heel towards the mat. Exhale, bring the left foot between the hands, lower the right heel. Inhale, reach the arms up and over the head for Virabhadrasana 1. Inhale, open up to Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. On your next inhale, interlace the hands behind your back. Exhale, fold next to the left knee and reach the arms up and over the head for humble warrior. On your next inhale, release the hands. Come back to warrior two. Windmill your hands down onto the mat. Extend your left leg back, let it hover. Let's do a one-legged chaturanga. Bend at the elbows and come into an up dog. Send the hips up and back for a down dog. On your next inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, and step or float your feet outside your hands for a yogi squat. Bring the hands to the heart for a prayer mudra. And let's take a couple moments to enjoy this posture. Exhale as you lower your butt onto your mat. Bring the soles of your feet about hip-width distance apart. Bring your hands behind you with your fingertips facing forward. And inhale as you lift the hips for a reverse table. You can shift forward and back here to stretch further into the front of the shoulders. And you can also do whatever feels good with the head. So you can either keep looking forward or tilt the head back and look up. Slowly lower the hips back down into the mat. Extend the legs forward. Inhale, reach the arms up and over the head. Exhale, fold. Grab the feet if possible. If not, you can also hold the outside of your shins. In either variation, keep the feet active by pulling the toes back towards your body. On each inhale, lengthen out through the spine. On each exhale, reach the chest towards the feet. On your next inhale, release, come back up, and then slowly lower yourself onto your back. grab the outside edges of your feet and pull the knees into the armpits for a happy baby. Release your feet, hug your knees into your chest, give yourself a big squeeze and a pat on the back for taking the time to practice today. Take a deep inhale, exhale, open mouth, let it all go. Set your heels to the corners of your mat. Bring your arms down beside you with your palms facing up and close down your eyes for Savasana. Let's take just 1 minute here to fully relax. Gently bring some movement into your fingers and your toes. Roll over onto one side of your body. Keep your eyes closed and press yourself back up into a comfortable seated position. Let's take 1 more minute to pay attention to the inflow and outflow of our breath. Bring the hands to the heart. Rub the palms together to create some heat. Place the palms over the eyes. Open the eyes and lower the hands. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please consider supporting the channel by hitting the like button down below and subscribing. Thanks so much once again. I hope to see you on the mat again soon. Namaste.